Small, dainty, and yet, her presence fills the room with unrivaled energy. Midori's infectious happiness sprinkles over everyone around her like glitter. While it may seem a contrast, her instrument represents her perfectly. She is the supporting role, elevating others. She empowers the piece. Music without bass feels empty. And Midori, well, she's simply happy to be here. I've been a supporter of this little ball of sunshine for a long time now. Her happiness is vibrant and stole the show for me the first time I watched Hibike. I guess this wouldn't be the first time a side character gets all my attention, but in this case, there's a particular point to what makes Midori so important to the story. A critique I've seen floating around throughout the years is that she doesn't get much character growth, and it makes sense, right? Everybody loves a character with meaningful development, built up through experiences, good and bad. But behind every good protagonist is a guardian, supporting and pointing them in the right direction.
失敗したらダメだって思うから緊張するんです。私の演奏テクニックを見よって思えばいいんです。みどりちゃん強いね。はい、みどりめちゃくちゃ楽しみなんです。早く演奏したいです。
Midori is essential to the success of the show because she plays the role of the pillar. She is a static character with little to no development because she's already established. She is the beacon for Kumiko, if you will, a glittering path towards comfort, lighting the way back to center herself and reflect. Without her, Kumiko very likely wouldn't have joined the band, and without her, there is no Contrabass, no foundation. During the 5th-year anniversary of Hibike Euphonium, Kyoto Animation, the studio producing the anime adaptation, posted 4 interviews. Each voice actress playing one of the main characters was asked a handful of questions. One of the questions Moe Toyoda, the voice of Midori, was asked was whether she felt like Midori was changing or growing throughout the series, and this is what she had to say. Kumiko and Reina have grown up, but Midori, on the contrary, has not changed at all. She has a completed core from the beginning. That is why I think she is so important. If everyone changes all at once, you might not be able to keep up with them. If there is one person who does not change, it gives the viewer a sense of security. You can find a link to the article in the description below. It's good to have a character who seemingly doesn't encounter any hurdles, requiring an entire arc or even just an episode to herself. Midori gives us a presence on screen that we can find comfort in watching. She's simply there to help other characters, guide them and cheer them up, or even bring order to a dramatic situation. Unfortunately, this is a double-edged sword because, like I previously said, viewers tend to seek growth in the characters they see on screen, especially nowadays with the rise in popularity of media literacy. People are more prone to analyze and scrutinize now. Which is great. I'm a proponent in letting people express themselves, and for that to happen, there needs to be a deeper pondering on why things make us feel a certain way. I appreciate well-written, dynamic, and well-rounded characters as much as the next person, but it is important not to forget that characters like Midori are critical in allowing a deep protagonist like Kumiko to shine. Midori doesn't need better writing. She is this way because she needs to fill that role, and in my opinion, she does it remarkably well. She is the contrabass of the ensemble, the pillar of the show, a symbolic parallel that is sufficient to create a meaningful character with just enough depth to matter.
ああいうのって全国大会か楽しければいいかなんて選択肢。
Let's dive into other aspects of Midori's character. Despite her bouncy and positive attitude, Midori does not deprive herself from living through the motions. Over the course of the story, she celebrates just as much as she mourns alongside her bandmates, through shared success and disappointment. She is first and foremost a teenager still, navigating the deep, chaotic ocean that is high school, and balancing that part of her life with band culture. She may be a flawed character archetype, but that doesn't entirely make her one-dimensional. Midori still holds just enough depth to have an interesting personality and presence on screen. She remains consistent in her behavior, all the while demonstrating plenty of nuance without straying too far from being the token cheerful gal we know and love. Without a doubt, Midori is known to apply herself, having played contrabass since elementary school and performing in Saijo's ensemble, a notably strong school band. Which leads into another great aspect of Midori. As stated pretty early in the first season, she is considered quite a masterful player for her age. She may very well be the most skilled player in the entire band, but it never really feels like so because she's incredibly modest. For her, the main goal and the best way to use her time is to elevate the people around her. As cliché as it may be, Midori's goal isn't to become special like Reina or find her place like Kumiko. Her enjoyment of music and the shared passion with her bandmates is what drives her. She doesn't have a bone in her body that wishes to boast her skills. She would rather spend her energy helping others achieve their own goals instead. This is established pretty early on with a simple but meaningful quote.
音楽はいつだって世界中の人々の心に訴えることができる強力な言語の一つだって信じてるので。
All this to say, Midori doesn't need to be this intricate, multifaceted character to matter. She is well written for the role she has to play. A supportive, caring, and empathic schoolmate that can relate to others. A spotlight on her would be jarring, in my opinion. She shines all by herself when accompanying others, and this is what makes her so special and interesting to begin with. This is all she needs to do to contribute and remain important to the story. I simply appreciate that simplicity, and I hope that now, maybe you do as well. If you've made it this far, thank you very much, I appreciate it. If you enjoyed the music you heard in this video, it's all composed by me, and I will be posting it on music streaming platforms, Spotify, YouTube Music, iTunes, all that good stuff. If you liked it, give the video a thumbs up, please. I very much appreciate that. And share it with Hibike Euphonium fans. Maybe they'll get a good kick out of this video. And subscribe. I will post more videos. Maybe you'd be interested in the other one I made about Mao Mao from the Apothecary Diaries. That's a longer video, a bit more serious in tone, but you know, maybe you'll be into it. Bye-bye.